I think inactivity played a big part, but just the plan. I think the plan that we had and sticking to it, he wasn't able to, do what he wanted to do.
Like he says, he's fought all these guys at the top level. He hasn't fought anyone really at the top level. He's fought Ruiz, Dubois. Aside from that, I struggle to really think of anyone that I would anyone even close to really top level. I think before that he fought Lucas Brown, who's like 50 years old, and struggled through that fight as well. I know he stopped him in the end, but it weren't clean, it weren't nice. There was nothing good about it. So he hasn't done a lot. He hasn't done much to be making all this noise. But you know what type of person he is. You know what type of character he is. He's braggadocious. He's gonna say a lot. So that was the.
And if you're trying to run away from the right hand the whole time, then that's his plan. But we went in with our plan and we stuck to it. And this is the man. This is the man with the strategy. First.
Joseph Parker exposes Fabio Parker for trying to cancel fight, and this clip shows why. Parker's confidence isn't loud, it's lethal. He's composed, focused, and carrying that quiet danger of a man who knows he's better. Fabio's in trouble if this version shows up.
They do say there's levels in boxing, and I believe with the experience that I have and what I've been working on in New Zealand with George, and I've got Andy by my side, got a good base, and I'm excited to see what I can do in the ring. I'm a different fighter to all those fighters that he's fought before. Very different, and I'll show you on the 25th.
Johnny Fisher isn't wrong. Parker's skill set is miles ahead. You can see it in the footwork, timing, and composure. Wardley might be tough, but toughness doesn't win you rounds when you're getting schooled technically. Parker's experience and ring IQ make this mismatch look inevitable.
He just can't really get right. He has no real skill. Pretty durable chin. Art is kind of questionable, but I don't think skill-wise he can mess with Parker. I think Parker be too much for him.
Johnny Nelson trying to stay diplomatic here, but you can sense the hesitation deep down. Even the veterans can tell when a fighter's avoiding danger, and right now that danger's called Joseph Parker. Fabio's not ducking. Sounds like wishful thinking when Parker's shadow looms this large.
He's no longer the challenger. He's the A-side. He's the one that can predict, and he's not the opponent. So he's going to make the most of the opportunity that he's in. But I don't believe that he doesn't want to fight.
He's not ducking, is he?
Nah, he don't do that.
Because
Tony Bello feels that raw tension. He knows rivalries like this can blur lines. When emotions run that high, logic fades and pride takes control. This isn't just a sporting contest anymore, it's personal. Every look, every word, every gesture becomes a trigger, and that's where real danger begins.
Whatever else, but they're just not the same size. Rehydration clauses should not be a thing in boxing. I know IBF have a £10 morning after ruling, but it's just not safe. The term rehydration clause don't sound safe. Rehydration clause, just don't agree with it. Eubank's been up at super middleweight, and now they're going to drag him down to near light middleweight. I don't like it.
Duke McKenzie reminds everyone that the standard has already been set, and it's sky high. That last event wasn't just a fight, it was theater, passion, and electricity in one night. Replicating that kind of magic takes more than skill, it takes soul, and both fighters know the pressure of chasing perfection.
So when you get involved in these kind of things, you have to just accept it, and everyone's bought into the fight. We all know the drama, the rivalry's real.
Teddy Atlas nails the essence of a warrior's mindset. Real fighters don't pick easy roads, they chase danger. That hunger to face the best, to test yourself against anyone willing, that's what defines legacy. You can hear the admiration in Atlas's tone. It's the mark of someone built for greatness, not comfort.
Like I say, the fight wasn't a letdown because it was a good fight, but as an event, you won't get a better event than that, and they'll have to go some actually to surpass that, or even equal that. Let's just hope they get the same turnout in terms of the numbers, people going through the live gate and watching that fight, because it was a great event. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. You won't get world title fights that actually are a better event.
Johnny Nelson sounds frustrated, and rightfully so. The confusion, the secrecy, the constant shifts in information, they all point to one thing. Boxing's biggest enemy isn't inside the ring, it's behind the curtain. When stories keep changing by the hour, credibility suffers. Fans deserve truth, not smoke and mirrors, and Nelson's tone says exactly that. He's tired of the game.
And what he wants to do. He wants to fight the best guy available. He was ready to fight the best guy available, the world champion. So give me the next best guy. Well, this guy, you sure? I mean, you want it? Yeah, I want him.
Nelson's irritation deepens. The poisoning scandal talk adds chaos to confusion. He's not buying it, and rightly so. Boxing's become a playground for viral rumors, where truth struggles to breathe. His measured tone shows wisdom. Don't react to whispers, react to facts. That's the only way this sport keeps its dignity intact.
It don't matter what drugs you take. It doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter. That's proof. So until more news comes.
Spencer Oliver and Simon Jordan speak with the conviction of men who've seen too many excuses. They're done with leniency. Fail once, you're out. No debate. Their stance might sound ruthless, but it's rooted in respect for the sport's integrity. If fighters fear consequences again, boxing regains its lost honor.
Something popped up and we said it's fake news that the fight was off and all this sort of stuff was going on about some poisoning, scandal, foolishness, and they tried to shut this thing down. And I'm saying that's fake news. I'm not having that. So let's wait and see. If it's true, that's a shame. You'll have to get to the bottom of it. But I'd heard this yesterday, but I just put it down as fake news. It's not real. So all we can.
Frank Warren's frustration hits hard because this isn't about business anymore, it's about fairness. Months of blood, sweat, and sacrifice can vanish overnight. Fighters lose money, teams lose time, and dreams hang in limbo. You can feel the sting in his voice. This is the side of boxing fans rarely see, the heartbreak behind canceled fights.
Yeah, listen, I've always been strong on that. I've always been strong on the fact that I don't believe in giving them a second chance.
You're basically saying no 3 strikes and you're out.
No 3 strikes
and you're out.
No.
One, you fail a test and gone ski.
Absolutely, because I just believe then that moving forward, people would think twice about doing it. If they think, well, you know what, I'll get a second chance anyway. I might get slapped.
Dave Coldwell captures the turning point perfectly. Pressers are built for tension, but there's a line you don't cross. The moment hands touch faces, respect disappears, and chaos steps in. In that instant, the fight becomes personal, the build-up explodes, and both men stop selling. They start preparing for war.
Well, he's pissed off. I mean, he was a big fight. He's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp, booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutritionists, the chefs, trainers and everybody, and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss. You can't insure it, or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure. But very, very disappointed.
Eddie Hearn's praise feels genuine, and it's earned. Joe Parker's on a tear, dismantling names no one dared to touch. Wilder, Zhang, short notice killers. Parker faced them all, and not just survived, he impressed. Hearn's excitement isn't hype, it's acknowledgement. This is the rise of a man who's finally breaking free from the shadows of former champions. He's gone from underrated to undeniable, and the boxing world is starting to catch up. When Hearn lists those names, Dubois, Usyk, AJ, he's not fantasizing, he's forecasting. Parker's name now belongs in that elite mix.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Does that cross the lane, do you think?
Yeah, it does. Listen, the presser was good. It was a great presser, back and forth, poking each other, but not too far. But once you get physical and you touch a man's face, then.
Adam Smith's tone captures that strange paradox of boxing. Chaos sells. Every shove, every outburst, every headline turns into fuel for the spectacle. He doesn't justify it, but he understands it. That's boxing's charm and curse. It feeds on fire. The more unpredictable it gets, the more fans can't look away. What should have been condemned becomes conversation, and the controversy becomes currency. Smith knows the business side, But deep down, he also knows the line between passion and madness is paper thin in this sport.
I mean, look, I think it's a great fight. I mean, firstly, Joe Parker is on an incredible run.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's beaten Wilder when no one really wanted to fight him. He's beaten Zhang when he was like the bogeyman, and he's just beaten Bakoli, although, you know, on short notice. I mean, that was a dangerous fight to take. So I love Joe. I think he deserves an opportunity. Joe against Dubois, Joe against Usyk, Joe against AJ. They're all great fights.
Frank Warren paints it in the simplest, most brutal way. Bombs will fly and someone's going down. This is pure high-stakes boxing, no safety nets, no gimmicks, just two men risking everything for greatness. Warren knows what's at stake. This isn't just another fight on the card. It's legacy versus ambition, survival versus statement. When he says all or nothing, it's not promotion, it's prophecy. One man's career will skyrocket, the others will stall, and that's what makes nights like these unforgettable.
You're twice as big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger. And we wait to see what happens.
Carl Froch's words hit like a truth bomb, and he's right. Joe Parker isn't just fighting, he's evolving with every round. The version of Parker we see today is sharper, smarter, and hungrier than ever. His rise isn't built on hype or social media noise. It's built on grit, patience, and silent redemption. He's taken the hard route, clawed his way back from setbacks, and turned every doubt into fuel. What makes this phase special is his balance, calm under fire, lethal when it matters. Froch sees it too. Parker's no longer chasing respect, he's commanding it. In a heavyweight division where egos clash and talk overshadows talent, Parker is letting his gloves speak louder than any quote. Every win is a statement, a quiet declaration that he belongs among the elite. The question now isn't if he'll get another title shot, but when, and who'll have the courage to stand across from him when that bell rings.
Down on it, they're going to be throwing bombs, and somebody will go. It's going to be a great fight. All or nothing. It's on the line. The winner will get Usyk. That's what they're fighting.
I don't think anyone would accuse Usyk of ducking anything, right?
So you dance like that when you're injured?
He dances like that on the paddle court. I danced around in absolute misery when I was playing on a paddle court. Talking about Joseph Parker, the Ringer magazine have just announced that August 25th at the O2, Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, called it. There you go.
What do you think to that?
Yeah,
Good fight?
That's been announced.
Yes.
I love that fight. I think it's a great fight.
As the dust settles across the heavyweight scene, Joseph Parker's comeback feels less like a surprise and more like destiny unfolding. Every performance now carries the weight of experience, precision, and purpose. Once seen as a fighter who'd peaked too early, Parker has flipped that narrative completely, rising with a calm ferocity that few expected. His timing, composure, and ring IQ have matured beautifully. Every move looks deliberate, every punch calculated. Even voices like Dave Allen and Carl Froch admit this isn't the same Parker they once knew. This is a complete, confident warrior who's learned to thrive in silence. He doesn't chase headlines or brawls, he lets his craft speak for him. While names like Fury, Joshua, and Wilder dominate conversations, Parker is quietly carving out his legacy with every disciplined win. His story is a reminder that true greatness doesn't scream, it builds, patiently, until the world has no choice but to notice. And that moment is coming fast. So if you've followed his journey this far, don't blink now, because the next time Parker walks through those ropes, it won't just be another fight, it'll be a statement. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe for more.